So, we're off to the Wwett show. Me driving, Chris in the front seat here. Joe stretched out and lounging back there. And we'll get back to you guys when we get into Indy.
We're here at the Wwett show, and we've got Jetting with Jonesy, and got our booth all set up. We've got
Chris Boyles.
Yep, Chris Boyles. Forgot about that part. Sorry. We've got our flagship product, the Brute Jetter. Just such a great workhorse, and we just love the reputation and the teamwork that we've had with everybody out there using these. Getting lots of feedback, those minor upgrades that we can do. As far as this year, we've got a lighted toggle switch. Help you not forget that remote's on, right, and kill that battery. So you need that. We need the better, nice cooler exhaust, directional better, keeping that flow up. We've got the new 4-roller guide on here with the nozzle sets. Keep everything in it just closing at your fingers for your access at the front of the van. We want you guys as efficient as we can. What else, Jonesy? What do you think?
Well, I like people to not forget that whether it's portable, whether it's mounted skid, whether it's on our power slide out, it's still essentially the same jetter. So some guys will even do the hybrid where it's got wheels, but it doesn't really come out of the van unless it has to. It still operates just like another skid. So as Chris alluded to, we want the Brutes to make your job more efficient, handier, 100%. And we love the feedback. It's real important that we get feedback from the field, and we're getting it right here. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Man, you know, you guys should be running these. Like that shape, we work so hard on that shape because not only does the debris pass, and it gives you a bipod. Actually, one of our latest partners is Dan Cutter USA. If you buy a mini bike, this comes with it, this exact size. Because not only does it rest like a bipod when you're doing your reinstatements, and you know when you're touching off and it jumps, this kind of not only just supports it, but on a mini bike, if you run an extender in our skid, you're out of 3 and now you're in 4. You're doing reinstatements in the 4-inch line with this.
Okay.
And it's just evolved into now supporting auxiliary lines. Even like this is our 6-inch camera skid, but now you're holding 2 3/8, whatever that might be. One guy actually, his light went out on his camera. He put a mag light in it and ran it through.
Oh, really? There you go.
And then and now he says he does it. I wanted to bring the exact light he was running because he's like, when I jump from a 6 into 8, I want more light. So you could throw a light in.
It's 40, probably 45. But it gets on my Facebook.
It's between 0 and 10.
He's like, I'm a real
We've been in a couple of state New York.
It's clubs. It's clubs.
Yeah, we're down about 45 minutes south of Rochester.
Yeah, so paper towels.
And how bad the first one we sent through my must be hijacked after shipping. Took the whole freaking $4,000 box they got.
The rest is the same thing. It's a different cartridge. This right here supplies air to the line.
Maybe you said that he was doing the spray too.
Yeah. So right now we're at about almost 70 PSI. The PSI isn't that important because this is still going to be regulated on here. There's a little regulator we have on this side back here that can adjust it. All right, you guys ready? So I'm gonna press it. That's how fast we're delivering. If If you find another delivery system that fast, I'll give you an epoxy shooter. Only one person then. And then right now I'm going to decompress it. Go ahead, start running your brush. Start pulling back. You'll pull both of these back together at the same time. And I compress it again. This small section isn't going to take that full cartridge, so I was able to decompress it. And if you notice, we're able to regulate our RPM on our clutch shaft machines, so we're going at a nice slow pace, which is filling in all the gaps. Let's say you want to add more, go ahead and press that. Or the other way. See how much it delivers? And then notice how he keeps his camera separate, so he can always move it if needed. Now we're going to decompress it. I just decompressed it. I can pop this out. You can keep running that, just kind of clear it up a little bit. I can pop that off. That's it. If you wanted to use the rest of that epoxy in there, people are just grabbing an air compressor with their hand, putting it on, and just blowing it through. So right over here, Robert, we have like a big bumper there. So come forward. Yeah, not the camera. Because that delivers a lot, and we deliver a lot for this. We have a lot of buildup down there. So he'll just thin it out. Right there. You've got a bunch of it. Pretty simple, but easier than that. It doesn't get any more simpler than that. And this can go up to, furthest we've gone was 80 feet, but based off of going 80 feet and still being able to epoxy 80 feet back, we should have no problem hitting our 100-foot mark or anything more. Most other systems we struggle to get to 60 feet, 80 feet. But it's as simple as that. If you guys ever wanted one, reach out to me. We build them in-house. So there's 20 being made by next Monday. 12 or 14 of those are already gone. Joe has his. It's his first time using it. Feel like you can do it on your own? Simple. That was the whole objective behind this, is simple. Now, if someone wants to be certified and we give you a piece of paper, you can go to California. We have a training facility for our guys for it. But you can pretty much learn it as simple as this. It's not complicated. What's the turnaround? If you bought one now, by next Monday, you'll be one of those 20 that are reserved. And then these, at the price point of $6,500, you get the epoxy shooter, you get the heat blower, you'll get a heat blower, you'll get a couple brushes, that's a little kit, and you'll get a 100-foot delivery hose, and we usually throw in about 2 per coat cartridges, just so you can get it, mess around with it, try it, hit your job confidently. If you ever needed to call me for anything, if you have a job, let me know ahead of time so I can be available if you ever need it. But it's pretty simple. I have guys that learn this within the first couple of jobs, and then they're independent. I can now send a guy into a house with 2 of these, one's on this side and one's on this side. I can also send a guy in with one, he can hit this line, pick up his stuff, walk all the way to the other side of the house, do the other side without having to deliver all the different stuff. We have that flex shaft machine. This one here will work just as good for epoxy coating. So if you don't have a flex shaft already and you don't want to jump into 18 grand or even more, we have these priced at $1,500 bucks. A 50-foot and the 75-footer. We call them quick snaps. The adapter is separate, but you can go in and descale and epoxy a line just that. Simple mechanism. If you got into epoxy line, you can technically get into it for 9 grand instead of 30. Oh, that's separate. That's 6,500. Yeah. But the most important part, this and that, that's it.
You're fine. No, it's wet out already. Yeah, it comes pretty wet out.
Oh, this does.
Yep. No. Nope.
What are they doing that now? Or that's all
That's
right
good.
now?
Yeah.
How come you don't need to pay? So this is pretty similar to Cobra. Yep. Yep. Exactly what they do. Same. Exactly what you want. There you go.
Not 3 inch wide, no, not 3 inch wide, it could be 3 inch like this.
Gotta be a surgeon for that.
I probably don't need it. So, everything gets really stiffened up. All right, guys, so what we're going to do now is we've got this hooked up to our, sorry, I was kind of talking to somebody, I missed the start of the demo, but the guys have prepared the packer. We've got a fully automated system here where we can run this thing fully automated, or we can run it in a manual mode, okay? We've got a new interface. Last year we had levers and valves and switches and buttons. We've gone to a complete electronic interface now with a touch screen on the box. Of course, we've taken the lids off of these, but they do come in a nice Pelican case, as you see here. The guys have positioned the liner in place. Liner went on, as you can see, it was a fiberglass mat. We're using a pre-impregnated fiberglass mat. So instead of a pre-impregnated liner, we're using a glass mat, which is really, really helpful when you're trying to prepare it. You don't have to pull it on. It's really easy to get onto the light bar. The guys are going to go ahead and get the system up to pressure, which they're doing now. We're able to monitor everything live. Can we not put that up on the screen? Josh, can you put it up on the screen? We're going to try and get the screen of the monitor up on the TVs. But basically what we're doing is, you'll see the light is, the screen is blue. That will indicate that the packer is on and activated. The guys have it in and inflated, pushed out. We have a fully automation mode that you can utilize, or we have a manual mode. So if you want to dial this thing in however you want, you can control all the features of it. Or if you want a guy to just wrap the liner onto the platter, send it down the line and just hit begin, it'll do everything for you, fully automated. It'll air up the liner. As soon as it's up to full pressure, it'll turn the light on. Once the light is on, it stays in that cure mode for the set period of time, which is 5 to 10 minutes. As soon as that's done, the lights turn off, and then it will fully vacuum down and deflate. And it says cycle is completed. You pull the light bar out, and you're done. So it's all fully automated, so it's really slick. Light bars come in different sizes. You can have anything from a 2-inch liner, 2-inch light bars, 3-inch, 4-inch, and 6-inch. They can be 4 foot long, 10 foot long, or 32 feet long, okay? We do have push options and a pull-in-place system. The push options will be on these carts, as you can see here. This is our larger push rod right here. You can see here I've got it aired up. I'll go ahead and drop the pressure on this, turn off the light. I'm gonna vacuum this one down while these guys are preparing. This is in inflation mode, and we're trying to get it up onto the screen so you guys can see everything live. So I'm vacuuming this down. What's nice about this is I can pull this thing out, vacuum it down, I can get it to where I can see all of my LED lights. So once this is fully vacuumed down, I have the ability to inspect all of my lights. I don't have to guess if everyth's working, so it's kind of nice, okay? Once I put this back in, you can see it's fairly stiff. We'll push down the line very easy, especially once the liner's on it. You push down the line. We go back to pressure, push our liner up against the hose pipe, and away we go. Now we're using what's called airbag material. It's the same stuff that would pop out of your steering wheel if you were in a car wreck, okay? Extremely strong material. We can take it up to really high pressures. We have zero problem pushing our material out against the hose pipe. A lot of the competitor systems have a silicone bladder, and there's a lot of stories about how the material doesn't push out against the hose pipe. I see a lot of giggles here. So our material pushes out with tremendous amount of force. There's no problem pushing a liner out against the hose pipe with our system whatsoever. We're able to take this in upwards of 45 to 50 pounds if we really want to. Again, we do have an automated mode, so you can go in and change your parameters and set it up to be fully automated. You just dial in exactly what you want to have. So right now, I'll turn the system down. You can see up on the screen now, the guys are, they're in what's called manual mode right now. So what you can see on the screen here is the middle dial, the little dial right in the center, that is our pressure delay. Pressure delay is designed to allow time for the pressure coming into the box, traveling through the hose set and down to the packer, or necessarily exactly what's populated in our bladder. So what we do is when we start our process, we allow time for everything to equalize and make sure that our liners are fully pushed against the hose pipe. Other systems don't do that. They fully inflate, they push the material out, and it's a guessing game whether or not you've allowed enough time for the system to equalize and push that bladder out fully against the pipe. Our lights will not turn on until we know that we're completely equalized in our system. That way there's no guessing game. I don't know if I fully pushed my material out or not. Then you turn your light on only to find out you didn't fully push your material out when you go pull your bladder out after cure. Once that light is on, it's over. It's too late. You can't go back and fix it. So we allow for a little bit of a timer. It's almost done. It's going to expire. You're going to see here that all of a sudden, once that's done, we're going to be able to turn the light on automatically. Okay, we're almost there. Pressure's ready. Now we can turn our light on. You can see the timer is set for 5 minutes. And you're going to see the timer on the right side, the big dial. That's your countdown timer, okay? So this will take 5 minutes to cure. As soon as it's cured, it's going to let us know that we can shut the light off, and then we'll be able to deflate, vacuum, pull it out. Yep.
How many watts is your light?
How many watts?
Yeah. How powerful are the lights?
How full?
Powerful.
They're decently powerful. We're running really good numbers. We've tested them all. We're not running what some of these big systems run. They're running in the 300 watt neighborhood, but we're running very, very consistent, very powerful lights.
And how long of a run are you able to do?
We could do up to a 32-foot section at a time. So you'll see on the bottom as well, guys, we have an indicator that shows our live temperature inside the bladder. So we've got a temperature sensor embedded inside the packer, so we know exactly what our temperature is at all times. That's good to know because if we start to see some sort of decline in temperature, we know that that may indicate that there's something wrong inside the line. We also want to know that we're not getting too excessively hot for some reason or another. We also have an indicator of pressure on the bottom as well. On the right-hand side, you can see we're running this one at about 27.8 pounds pressure. In the middle, we can choose what type of liner or what type of packer we're using. This is a 2 to 3, 4-inch, and 6-inch. And there's different parameters for the balancing of the bladders. Obviously, we need more air pressure in a 6-inch bladder than we do in a 2-inch, right? So that timer is much shorter for 2-inch to equalize out. We have push and place systems, big reel and small reel. If you want to use a 2-inch setup, you simply take these 4 knobs off the front. You unlatch a couple of things here. You've got a quick connect right here, and you can pop that reel out, set it aside, take the smaller reel, which is just on the other side there, and pop that in. It's a smaller, more flexible hose for doing 2 3-inch lines, okay? All off the same chassis, all off the same system. Okay. We've also got a 100-foot long. It could be longer, but right now it's a 100-foot long pull-in-place system for the 32-foot light bars. So if you wanted to shoot, do a long run, you could do about 135 feet as the system sits today. Okay. We can do 90s transitions. Again, 2 through 6 inch pipe. Manual mode, automated mode. One other thing that we can do is we can go in and we can check the history. I'll bring that up on the screen after we're fully cured. But I can see everything on the history of the system for the install. So anything that you've done in whatever mode will be recorded in the history of this, and it can be written to a thumb drive. That thumb drive can then be uploaded to a cloud, and you can take all your data and really drill down into what happened. You can print off a PDF with your company logo and information on it to present to your customer. You can say this is a certified install, all of our parameters have been met, and this is a good product that we're delivering to you. Okay? So we built a little bit of technology in there from that standpoint.
What about the reducer couplings? Let's say if I'm going from 4 to 6, let's say 4 to 6 inch. That's gonna do both.
Like a bell reducer? Yeah, you can do that. Yep.
Is it a separate liner for that? Or?
No, all one liner. Everything just kind of grows. You'll use the larger of the two sizes as the bladder, and everything will push out and mold into the pipe and cure. Okay. You probably saw the guys are using a pre-impregnated fiberglass mat. It comes in 30-foot rolls standard, but comes in different widths depending on the diameter of the pipe that you're trying to build. Okay. If you need something super structural, you can actually layer the material in up to 6 layers. 2 layers, you can't even move it. It's incredibly strong with 2 layers. So 3 layers is like, holy cow, you could structurally rebuild just about anything. Okay? 1 layer is standard. 2 layers is like really, really structural repair. 3 is like, you got to line under railroad tracks or something, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yep.
How clean does it have to be?
So, great question. How clean does the pipe have to be? We're big proponents of prepping a pipe really well. All the tools in the world exist today to clean a pipe the right way. So, of course, we want to clean that pipe as best we can. Now, if you have some little danglers, tree roots coming through, it'll push them up and just cure them right against the host pipe. But we would prefer to see it, the cleaner the better.
Kind of like the other.
Yeah, pretty much like all the other systems. Now, one other feature that we've got here, we're almost done with our countdown, so the lights are going to go off. Are they off now? So lights are off. We're just going to go into a little period of cool down for just a second, and then we'll pull this. We've also got the ability to operate this from a phone or a tablet anywhere that you are on the job site. You can just click the button for Apple or for Android. You scan the QR code, and you can go through a setup, and you can control everything right from your cell phone. So it's completely controllable, and it's like live, like really accurate, super fast connection. Now we have other things planned for this system, like a T-liner system. Who's having the T over there? This will be coming really, really soon. We're going to take this T-bladder and build up our packers exactly like this. This is also made out of the same airbag material. And what's great about this system is it's fully upgradable. So when we launch the new T system here in a few months, we're going to be able to send you a thumb drive with that kit. You put the thumb drive in, you follow a couple cues, hit a couple buttons, it will download the T-liner program into your box. You can throw the thumb drive in the bin or reuse it for another purpose, and you will have all the information you need to be able to install T-liners in the future using the VersaLite without having to do anything as far as an upgrade goes other than an upload. If you have trouble with this in the field, we also have a connection port program where you can plug into it. You can plug into your laptop. We can actually log into your system, check data. We can do improvements and upgrades. We can check errors or any type of situation, and it's fully upgradable from South Carolina where we're at or where any of my technicians are in the world. It doesn't matter. Okay. Eventually, we're going to go to an edge software as well, where we can push information directly into the cloud from the box. So we're working on that integration as well. So it'll be, you won't even need the Ethernet port. You'll be able to go right via cellular, 5G right to the cloud. We'll be able to log into your box and do different things and make changes. So really, really slick system.
That will work also for a Y as well. The T.
T's and Y's, yes. that's coming very
So
soon.
we'll have to cut through probably as well the holes for it, right?
Well, you won't have to do any of that because ultimately this
By the
will
end,
line
it's
the
open,
whole
okay.
the whole junction.
And it's open by all the sides, right?
Yep. Yeah, take a peek in there. All good.